the child side of things, right? So even if you don't know how to cook, greetings, Vincent. Peace, God. Even if you don't know how to like, cook fancy meals and stuff like that, um, it's all about the basics. At least learn the basics. There's girls who I knew growing up. I'm a whole teenager and they're teenagers and like either my age, uh, or like a little bit older, and some of them a little bit younger. They didn't know how to cook. They didn't know how to boil eggs. It's like, bruh, boiling eggs. I know he's barking. There's a guest in the house. Boiling eggs. Do you know how to make rice? Do you know how to make pancakes? Like, do you know how to scramble eggs? Do you know how to make cake? Do you know how to bake in general? Like, do you know how to fry food? At the very least, like, do you know how to fry food? You can't just make noodles and cereal all day. A man can't survive off of that. Now, what is your diet like? Are you into health? Do you cook vegetables? Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to steam some broccoli? Do you know how to steam some green beans? Who doesn't know how to boil eggs, though? A lot of people. That's what I'm saying. It's way worse than a lot of people think it is. From the islands, and I mess with the movement. Freedom we seek, goddess. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yo, we in the islands? What's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. Period. Period. Hey, stop talking to me. Thank you. And so, how is this man supposed to be having all this money, having all this status? You get to go to these parties, like my own experience, right? I get to go to the studio. I get to go meet people. I get to go on video sets. I get to be in music videos. What type of value am I bringing if I get to enjoy all those things? Like, is that fair to that individual? Africa in the house. It's almost a full moon here. Oh, snap. Here we go. What country? What country are you from in Africa? And so you have to think about things like that. Put yourself in the shoes of the person providing all of those things. And then for those of us who believe or practice polygyny, right? I used to make a lot of jokes, but I was serious in my jokes. Like, even though it was funny to me, it still is funny to me. But even though it's funny to me and I like make jokes and stuff on Facebook or whatever talking about, I can't wait to be somebody's second wife. Literally, men would message me and be like, oh, don't put yourself down like that. You don't have to be the second. You can be the first. I'm like, first of all, I was already first before. Okay? Do you know how much responsibility it is to be the first wife of a man? Even when we're talking about divorce, right? Let's move polygyny out the way. Talking about divorce. Do you know how much heartache and pain you have to go through being the first wife of a man? Why do you think it's called the first wife? Even though that's not like the official name for it or anything. When you're the first woman that a man lays his life down for and with, it's a lot of responsibility. So you're literally helping him to build an empire. And you have to establish that foundation. And so let's bring, hold on. Before we bring polygyny back into the picture, right? Hold on. I feel like the work you put in is what comes back to you. It is. It is. And so let's just say that a woman helped a man build a foundation and then he leaves her, right? Then he marries somebody else and she gets to benefit off all the fruits of the labor of the first wife. Do you know how that'll make somebody feel? Like, that'll fuck somebody up. Like, some people have even killed their ex-spouses and their new spouses because of this. It's like, hold on, I put in all this work, I went through all this, and you get to benefit from it and not even me? Because we got divorced? And I don't even have alimony, I don't have shit from this? Yo, I'd feel some type of way. So now let's bring polygyny into the picture, right? Whereas you have a couple who built what they built, and it's, structured to an extent and stuff, right? And they want to expand more. That next wife has to be on point and go in line with what has already been set. Okay? And then bring some to the table, because it's like, okay, whatever these two can't do, that's what the third has to do. So when it comes to kids, right, in my own situation, I brought my son to the situation, and there was two other children in the situation. So what was I doing? I wasn't just sitting in the room all day ignoring everybody. Shout out to Empress, thank you so much. Thank you. Sitting in the room all day just, you know, doing whatever. No, I'm making sure that the kids are doing their schoolwork. I'm making sure that the kids are getting in the shower. I'm making sure that the kids, you know, are eating. I'm going to the kitchen with them, helping them get their food together while the others are still asleep. Like in one situation, I'm helping one of the children learn how to read, like during their homeschool stuff. I'm helping them with that. You know, I'm not just gonna sit and take in all the benefits and not give. Like, I have to give. Once, you know, everybody's done eating in the kitchen after dinner, I'm sweeping the floor, I'm wiping the counter, I'm washing the dishes. You know, when it's time to clean up the whole house, I'm vacuuming. I'm straightening things up. I'm making sure that, you know, the younger children are on point. Like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? I'm asking and making sure, like, things are going in the right places. When the groceries get to the house, if they're delivered, if, like, I don't mind grocery shopping. Like, I'm the type of person, I'll be like, listen, I'll go to the grocery store for you and bring this stuff back. Like, that's the type of person I am. But the particular environment I was in, they have theirs delivered. So it's like, when they're delivered, I'm helping putting the groceries up. Like, are you going to step in and fulfill a role, or are you going to sit back and just take in everything? You have to think about that as a woman. Whether you are getting with a divorced man who has an ex-wife, or, you know, somebody who has a baby mama, or you're getting into a polygynous relationship where there is a woman who's active in the family, and you have to be cordial, nice to her, and really y'all are supposed to be best friends. That's your sister wife. Okay, that is your sister wife. Y'all are supposed to be sisters. So if you're causing issues with her, even if they're not together, listen, you don't want to cause issues with the baby mama or the divorced wife either. But especially your sister wife, you want to make sure you have a good relationship with her as a woman. Y'all are literally in a relationship with the same man. So y'all are in a relationship. Everybody's in a relationship. Everybody has a different relationship with each other, for sure. But nonetheless, you're still in a relationship. My kids, your kids. Your kids, my kids. You know? We're not supposed to show favoritism to anybody. I went to my local Walgreens. They're closed down. You know what that means. And in times like this, right? I'm glad you said that. Okay, grid goes down. What you gonna do? As a woman, are you going to, you know, make it on your own because Uncle Sam won't be able to give you food stamps and government assistance? They gone. No more government assistance once the grid goes down.